So we have a crisis. What is a crisis? How will you define the word crisis? What is a crisis? What is a crisis? It's a condition you consider prevents you from being cause and making a decision. A crisis is only a condition when you consider that it's preventing you from making a decision. So when you have a crisis, there's an accident, it's a problem, it's a crisis only if you cannot make a decision. If you can make a decision, you come to the scene, you said, okay, we do that, 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 bam, bam, bim, bam, bam, everything is okay, you create future, nothing happened. Few dead bodies, not a problem, there will be new ones, next. Yes? So a condition you consider prevents you from being cause and making a decision. Now make a decision and the crisis will not be a crisis for you. You owe money to the credit card company and you cannot make a decision. You cannot make a decision. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You have a crisis. Okay? One day you decide, you know what? I'm not going to pay them. It's not a crisis for you anymore. If you really decide, yes, if you really make a decision. Serious is something else. Serious is, oh, I have so much work. I need to do the due diligence and they will give me all this data and the data is confusing for me. And what if I will make the wrong decision? And what if I will lose money? And what if I will give the wrong advice? What will they think about me? And what if they will not like me? All of this thing is nothing to do with anything. It just creates blindness. The less decisive you are, the more emotionally bankrupt you are. Emotions are manifestations of seriousness. Emotions are manifestations of seriousness. So you create your own feelings. So you make yourself upset. No one can make you upset. Did you ever saw someone that have here an on-off switch, upset, not upset, peace on, peace off? Did you ever see a person that have a switch here? No. You have the switch here and you control this switch. You understand? Emotions, I know you will not like what I'm going to tell you, but emotions, all of them, positive, negative, it's only your effort to not handle motion, and they're all without exception, a level of seriousness. When you create, you're not having emotion. You have the joy of creation. Joy of creation is not emotion. All emotion from beginning to the end is a level of seriousness. Because to have an emotion, you need an opposition. Emotions from beginning to end, without exceptions, are counter survival. Love is a state. The definition of love is the urge to be together for no reason at all. It's not an emotion because it's a spiritual thing. Emotion can happen only in the physical universe. And that's why emotions are always a level of seriousness. Joy is not an emotion. Joy is what the spirit put out as part of creation. Happiness is a level of, is actually action. Happiness is overcoming of problems, overcoming of obstacles. Happiness is not an emotion. Happiness is an action. It's climbing the mountain. It's overcoming barriers. You understand? Emotion is your way of handling motion. Happiness equals overcoming obstacles. For as long as you overcome obstacle, you close this customer, you handle that problem, you did that, as long as that, you're happy. The customer did not close, unhappy. Okay, so it's an action. It's an action. It's the overcoming of obstacle. It's climbing the mountain. It's not sitting on the top of the mountain. Making no decision is always the wrong thing to do. Since now you are putting yourself in somebody else's game board and you are no longer living your own life. Making no decision is always the wrong thing to do, since now you're putting yourself on somebody else's game board and you are no longer living your life. If I don't make a decision to throw the ball or not, I'm not in the game. I'm on someone else's game board. If I'm not making a decision to pay or not, I'm not in the game. If I'm not making a decision to help him or not to help him, to be upset or not to be upset, every time you get upset, is not by, if you not considering that you made yourself upset, it will be a problematic, because you are not, it's not your game. You are a robot. Someone pressed the button and you got upset. Hello, robot. Yes. When someone say he pissed me off, what he says, look, I'm a robot, you have the control and I'm useless. So robots are, you know, robots you kick, you mistreat, you charge or don't charge. You don't appreciate robots. Did you see people that come to robot and say, well, you know, I really appreciate you, robot. It's a machine. Every time you get upset, every time someone causes you a feeling, you're just a robot. Do you agree with that or not? Serious people cannot make a decision. Serious people cannot make a decision. And you're as sane as you can decide. And anyone that takes away from you the ability to decide is trying to take away from you your sanity. So when the government come to you and say, you cannot decide to go out or not, you cannot open the shop or not, they decide for you. It's not that you accepted it. They decide for you. At that moment, they're trying to take away from you your sanity. And you will see that the less decision you make, the more insane you make. Because why? When you don't make a decision, someone else other than you, something here, make the decision. And it's not important if it's from your past or the prime minister past. So what I will say is try to do what I say, look at the result, and maybe you'll change your mind. And if it doesn't work, if it doesn't bring result, you can always go back to your old ways.